Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Question. Do black people practice self-hate? And I mean, my opinion, because you all would say that, in my opinion, yes. Yes, black people practice self-hate, even though the evidence is there. Even though I don't have to say my opinion. It's a fact. It's a fact. Like, wherever, there's a large amount of minorities, or rather blacks, in a city, you'll see the self-hate at an all-time high. I mean, I used to live in Atlanta. Y'all all know. For those that are familiar with my channel, you all know, my story about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? They practice self-hate to the 10th power. They got colorism down there. They have classism down there. Like, you are literally judged based on what you have on. And then, you know what's so crazy? Some of you all may say, well, most of you all that are looking at the video may say, well, that goes on in my city. That's my point. That overall, black people are judged. Black people judge black people based on what they wear. We don't pick and choose our friends in the most sincere way. Nowadays, we pick and choose our friends based on their income, based on how much they have, the car that they drive, the clothes that they wear, the house that they live in. Come on. Until this day, we still practicing classism, colorism. Till this day. And we have the nerve to call ourselves modernized. Well, I would say this: if practicing self-hate is modernized, yes, we are modernized. When we look at that man and that woman in the mirror, we're dissatisfied with ourselves. We don't like the nose that we have, the lips that we have. You know how many times I've been called big nose throughout all my life? And I can tell you, it's never been a non-black that has picked on my nose as much as black people have. Every time I do a video about black people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I hear? Man, you need to do something with your hair. You need a retwist. That's something else that we don't like about ourselves, our hair. We wear weaves, perms. Can't talk about the black woman anymore. You got men wearing the shit nowadays. It's called man units. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And let's not talk about the violence. See, we don't want to get into the violence. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get into the violence, but to prove my point, how much black people don't like one another or have a hatred towards one another or practice self-hate is evident every time I turn on the news, the local news, somebody got shot. I could close my eyes when I look at the 5 o'clock news or the 11 o'clock news at night when I hear someone got shot and know that it was a black person. This is not stereotyping. This is the truth. This is the truth. And it's to the point where black people have accepted. They have accepted the pain that we cause amongst one another. We are a self-hatred, self-destructive race of people. We hate ourselves so much to the point where we don't even want to accept the fact, even though I may break it down, even though I will reference, or I'll throw up a biblical scripture, a Bible scripture, where it talks about the description of your Messiah, or whom you may call Jesus Christ. In Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 through 15, it gives you a description of what your Messiah looked like. And it says, hair like lamb's wool, feet like burnt brass, and eyes as flame as fire. But you will not accept your Jesus being in the image and likeness of you, but yet you will accept your Jesus being in the image and likeness of your oppressor. That's how much you hate yourself. And a lot of you all don't like me. Because that's another thing. You hate it when a black person tells you the truth. You condemn them. You crucify him. You nail him to the cross. Someone is trying to help you. You're hurt. But people that don't give a fuck about you, you'll love them to death. You'll embrace them, knowing that they ain't worth shit. And that's the truth. It's a shame that our own family members are worse than our enemies. It's a shame that our friends are worse than our enemies. Y'all know I'm not making this up. And as much as you want to dislike me for so-called airing out our business for the non-blacks to hear and see, you know it's the truth. And not only do you know it's the truth, they know it as well, the non-blacks. They know how we treat one another. And some of you all that want to protect black people and say, man, it's the Willie Lynch letters. It was a slavery. It was this and that. And you want to blame it on the mayonnaise community. Well, I want to tell you this. Yes, true indeed. They have an influence. They had something to do with our hatred, our self-hatred towards one another. But overall, it's 2024 and we know right from wrong. We definitely know that. So there are no excuses. We have to be held accountable for our actions. I remember one time I was, I told this story a couple years ago. I was attending Juneteenth in Charlotte. And I was talking to this black dude because I was selling my book, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to this black dude and I was telling him about Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, you know, Brooklyn is what the black area was in Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? But I was talking about Brooklyn and how because when I came here, when I first came to Charlotte, I did the knowledge on the city. So I know all about Brooklyn. I know all about Cherry. Or what they may call Cherry, what they call now is Midtown. And I was telling them about that, how we need to get back together and literally physically building a community like Brooklyn. You know what this man said? He said, man, I ain't trying to live out no goddamn Brooklyn anymore. I'll take the white man's money. I'll live in the white man's community. Because oftentimes we want to take the easy way out. And oftentimes we think that the white man's water is better. Where there is no such thing as the white man's water. That's how much we hate one another. We don't even want to live around our own anymore. And there's a difference between living around niggas and black people. He didn't differentiate it though. I want to live around black people because black people are productive. Niggas are not. But it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That overall, yeah, I said that I want to live amongst black people and black people are not niggas. overall, black people as a whole, one way or the other, it's something. You know what I'm saying? It may not be all the above, but it's one or two things that they hate. We hate each other for. Something that we don't like about one another. That makes us want to harm one another. That makes us not want to sit in the same room. And to a certain extent, that makes us want to marry outside of our race. Think about that. Someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. You choose. Your choice. Is that someone that doesn't look like you, doesn't have the same nose, doesn't have the same lips, doesn't have the same physical complexion, appearance, and overall doesn't come from the same community, so therefore she can't understand or he can't understand the black plight. And as much as you want to say this ain't a race thing, it is. That's the reason why I'm with a black woman, because she understands me. She understands the frustration of being a black man in America and being emasculated. Where you have no power. She understands that. Can your non-black companion, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend understand that? What it's like to be black in America. What it's like to be part of a race that you desperately want so bad for all of us to come together, because you realize one thing. I'll speak on, for myself, you realize that one thing, like when you've been studying, like I have, you've been thinking over and over and over again, just how special, just how intelligent, just how talented black people are. Because think about it, let's turn it around a little bit. Let's turn it around a little bit, because I think people don't think this way when they think about slavery. They had to enslave the people that they knew that can do the job. Get that. Understand that. Like, why couldn't they enslave their own race? Why? They had to enslave a race of people that they knew that can get the job done, whatever that job may be. Well, in this case over here, they got the job. They got the people that they knew that can build what we call America. Just think about that. They got the man and the woman that they knew that could do the job. And as the men worked out in the cotton fields and built things, built houses, all types of shit, they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you the real to that. The women were in there breastfeeding their white children, nursing, educating their white children. And black women still do it to this day. The potential that we have. And this is reason why I know that it's best that America continues to, push these movies and videos, especially rap music, of self-hate. Because you don't want the sleeping giant to wake up. Look how much money Hollywood has made off of the self-hate of black people. Look how much the music industry has made off of people rapping about just self-hate, the self-hatred of black people. I shoot you. The R word, your wife, your girlfriend, your mother. But let one rapper talk about doing that to a non-black kid, a non-black wife, or non-black mother, and see just how far that album or that song will go. They'll finance a young black kid coming up talking about shooting and killing his own. Here you go. Here go the contract right here. Sign on the dotted line. Put out the rap video. They'll give him fake guns for his friends to hold up. No problem. As long as you're talking about self-hatred, killing your own people, self-destruction. But the minute that you open your mouth about the truth and you start pointing at us in our direction and saying that we are the enemy, that's when you're done. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Peep game. We can settle our differences later. You know what I'm saying? Whatever differences it is, we could piece it out. You know what I'm saying? Later on, but we gotta recognize our enemy, yo. Cause last time I heard on a rap album, they were talking about ops, and I was like, oh, it dawned on me, like, who are they talking about? The ops? Like, oh shit, the revolution won't be televised. I can hear it. It's through their songs. It's the young people waking up, and then later on, I found out the ops were your brother. The same motherfucker that look like you, walk like you, talk like you, got the same nose, got the same lips, and it saddened me. We are in some big ass trouble if we don't wake the fuck up. Real talk. But I don't think we ever will. You want to know why? Because it's money. It's money into practicing self-hatred or self-hate towards your own race. Real talk. And I see it on YouTube all the time. Black men come out with channels dissing or disrespecting black women. Black women come out with channels disrespecting black men, and they able to capitalize off of it. And nobody gives a fuck. It's all about the goddamn money now. And I thought that we were bigger than that.